Hi, this is Amy McNeely, and I wanted to speak to some parents today that might be going through the process of getting their students ready to attend college, university. And because I just recently went through that with my daughter, she'll be going into her junior year coming up, but I can explain to you that it was a pretty tedious process in trying to locate a university that was suitable for my daughter. She was a stellar student, and maybe a lot of students may not be stellar students, but I still think this process that we went through may be helpful. First of all, I had my daughter to identify over 12, well, we actually looked at 18 universities, and we actually categorized them based off of whether or not they were a private institution, a state institution, a HBCU, a community college. I even had her to look at community colleges as well too. And so what we did was we went through all of those universities and categorized them, and then we set up appointments to visit those universities, and we went to about 18 universities. My daughter got accepted to 17 out of the 18, which was a great process. And I do recommend that you do this because I was surprised to see what some of the packaging offers were. And just my daughter did have a 4.375 GPA, but and even with that, I was so surprised because a lot of times people think, oh, just because you have a high GPA, that you're just going to go to college and there's not going to be other additional expenses. Well, I was surprised to see how some universities were really offering, and we would have had to come out of our pockets $40,000. There were some that were $30,000, and so my encouragement is for parents to actually do the Common App. I don't know if that's still available, but if it is, take advantage of that because the students can apply to many, many schools, and you might be surprised because the one school that we really were focused on her going to, it was just way out of our price range, and the university that she ended up going to is phenomenal. And I'm so happy that we went through that process because if we just only tunneled in on the college that we thought that where she would go, she would have missed out on an awesome opportunity. So the university that she attends now is well over $60,000 a year, but their program is so flexible. They study abroad, and that's included in her studies, so it's not an additional cost. So there's a lot of things and a lot of layers that you can look at, but make sure that you take the time to look at as many universities as you can to give your children that diversification on being able to select a college, and also keep in mind geographically because you may need to get to your students. We see a lot of shootings and things going on, so we just need to make sure that your students are accessible to you. They don't have to be 2 miles away, but if your child is more than a half, 8 hours, 20 hours away, think about those things and take them in consideration. So I hope that this helps you out a little bit, and thank you for listening.